Dermot Desmond has been sent a stark warning to answer fans as anger grows around the club. We will go over this story in today's video, whilst of course covering all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Celtic's 5 p.m. deadline for season ticket holders to secure their Europa League package has come and gone. Thousands rushed to guarantee their place at Paradise, but plenty of others used the moment to poke fun at the club on social media. The four-match bundle secures entry to home ties against Braga, Sturm Graz, Roma and Utrecht. Big nights are on the horizon. Yet on X, the buzz wasn't so much about excitement as it was about satire. Some fans took the deadline as a chance to air frustrations, while others leaned into humour. A few of the standout posts included, at Ben the Tim, I'll probably wait until the deadline passes and see what I can get for free. At Donkey Quixotic, UEFA's financial fair play regulations mean it's not possible for fans just to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on tickets and football strips and catering at football grounds in case they cause Celtic to breach the savings limit of our corporate bank account. At Celtic Glasgow 00:, we'll continue to monitor the situation, then may consider an offer. Once the deadline has passed, I may explore the option of a free ticket. At Nobody Here 6666, I know it's £140. Would you accept £90 plus add-ons if we win a game? And maybe I'll pay a bonus £5 if we win the competition. I need value for money and the cost of living crisis, UEFA and a sell-on fee if I decide not to go. These tongue-in-cheek digs mirror the mood among sections of the support. Discontent over the summer transfer window and that early Champions League exit still lingers. For some, buying more tickets right now feels like asking too much. What isn't clear yet is whether the cynicism online will show up in the numbers. We'll only know once general sale begins, and it's clear how many season ticket holders actually passed on the package. One thing's certain though, European nights at Celtic Park always pull strong crowds. The lure of those floodlit evenings isn't fading anytime soon. The only question now is how much of that demand comes from loyal season ticket holders versus general sale fans ready to jump in. Now for the main story, as Hugh Keevins has urged Dermot Desmond to take a more visible role at Celtic amid growing unrest around the club. The veteran pundit says the majority shareholder cannot remain distant while serious issues unfold both on and off the pitch. Celtic's Champions League exit to Kairat Almaty and the subsequent fallout has left Brendan Rodgers and the board facing mounting scrutiny. Protests are planned, questions are being asked of the hierarchy, and Keevins believes Desmond's silence is no longer an option. Rodgers himself recently hit out at a briefing against him in the press, calling it a cowardly act and demanding accountability from those responsible. Keevins insists such a situation cannot be allowed to fester without strong leadership at the very top. While acknowledging the role Desmond has played in Celtic's modern success, Keevins argues that the time has come for the Irish billionaire to front up and address supporters directly. He said, Dermot is always referred to as an absentee landlord, and he doesn't come here very often. It was normally on Champions League nights, and there are none of those to come. You can't have this situation where the manager is being briefed against in a newspaper, where the manager comes out and says it was a cowardly act and whoever did it should resign, and supporters are arranging demonstrations at Rugby Park. Dermot Desmond has been wonderful for Celtic for 13 years. He put money into the club and been wildly successful. But there are a lot of things going on at the moment that are deeply unsatisfactory. And I don't think it would be beyond imagination for Dermot Desmond to come here and take a lead and speak to the fans. Keevins' comments echo the frustration among supporters who feel the board has been slow to respond to criticism and uncertainty. The lack of Champions League football has only added to the sense of drift, with the club now relying on the Europa League to steady the campaign. The situation has become more volatile following Rodgers' public comments about internal leaks, a flashpoint that has deepened mistrust between the dugout and sections of the hierarchy. Keevins argues that leadership is required to prevent divisions from widening further. Desmond has long been seen as a hands-off figure at Celtic Park, but Keevins is clear that this is a moment where presence and communication matter. With fan protests set to continue, silence could risk inflaming the situation further. For Keevins, the message is simple. The man at the top needs to front up, face the supporters, and show that Celtic has direction during one of the most difficult spells of recent years. In other news, Sebastian Tunekti has told Brendan Rodgers he is ready to adapt his game and play on either wing if it helps the team. The Norwegian-born Tunisia international made his debut off the left side against Kilmarnock, but says he is just as comfortable playing on the opposite flank. Tunekti joined Celtic from Hammarby in the final days of the transfer window and has already shown flashes of promise. His willingness to adapt comes as a boost for Rodgers, who's been juggling injuries and squad changes during a demanding early spell of the season. The 23-year-old believes his best football is still to come, stressing that his first appearance in green and white was just the beginning. With European and domestic fixtures stacking up, Rodgers will welcome the flexibility Tunekti offers across the forward line. Supporters got their first glimpse of the winger at Rugby Park, and while he admits the left wing remains his natural role, Tunekti is determined to prove he can make an impact wherever he is asked to play. He said, "My strongest position is on the left, but I have also played some games on the right, so I can play there if the manager wants me to play there. I feel like it is only the beginning. I have so much more to show, so hopefully I'll bring more out throughout the season." Tunekti's comments show the drive he has brought with him to Celtic Park. The move from Sweden was about stepping onto a bigger stage, and he is already showing the mindset needed to become a key player for Rodgers. His flexibility could be vital, especially in a season where rotation and cover for injuries will matter across several competitions. Rodgers has often praised players who put the team first, and Tunekti looks determined to fit that mould. With his pace and direct approach, the winger adds something different to Celtic's attack, and his willingness to switch wings gives Rodgers more options during games. Early signs suggest he can grow into far more than just a squad option. For Tunekti, the message is simple. He is ready to learn, open to change, and eager to give the Celtic support much more as the season moves on. Lastly, Celtic defender Alistair Johnston has been pictured on social media getting set to watch Newcastle United take on Barcelona in the Champions League at St James's Park. The Canadian international is currently sidelined with a hamstring injury, but made the trip south during his recovery spell. Johnston, who is expected to be out for up to 12 weeks, has missed a string of matches since pulling up in the playoff against Kairat Almaty. His absence has forced Brendan Rodgers to turn to Anthony Ralston and teenager Colby Donovan in the right-back slot. The sight of Johnston at Newcastle's European clash quickly drew attention online, with supporters sharing images of the 25-year-old. Just chilling before the game with Alistair Johnston, Celtic and Canada player, and now Newcastle United supporter. Ho-way the boys. While he is unable to play at present, the visit comes during a period where Celtic are without Champions League football themselves after that painful penalty shootout defeat to Kairat. For Johnston, it was a chance to take in top-level European action while he continues the long road back to fitness. The defender has been a key figure since arriving at Parkhead, and Rodgers will be keen to have him available again as Celtic juggle domestic duties and their Europa League campaign.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.